to learn to play the drums?
Practice, practice, and more practice. Mum got so fed up, she made me do it in my dad's garage.
God, but your dad wasn't too pleased.
All right, mate. Nice young couple, aren't they?
They're not a young couple.
Well, it was
All right.
getting good, though, was it?
All right.
I came round for the band rehearsal with Mike.
And we came a bit early.
Shouldn't you be helping your mother in the kitchen?
All right, Dad.
Come on, she's slaving away in there making your tea.
We're only having salad.
Yeah, well, lettuce needs washing, doesn't it? Tomatoes need cutting.
It's good for you, salad.
Doesn't look as if you're too keen on it yourself.
Oh, yeah, well, that's because I burn my food very slowly. Besides, it's glands with me.
Come on, Jackie.
All right, I'll be back.
Been down the park, Terry?
To pursue our wedding anniversary, 2 years.
Yeah. Congratulations.
I'm not the only one celebrating now, am I? Good news about little Gemma, isn't it?
It's what you always dread, isn't it? Losing one of your kids. Is she all right now?
Mick said she was a bit clingy at first.
I won't mind that.
No. Anyway, she seems to be getting over it.
Probably get over it quicker than they do.
You're right there. Hey, this is in good nick, isn't it?
That's because I take good care of it, Terry. Anyway, it's more of a hobby than a car.
Don't see many of these on the road.
I'm giving it a good going over. I've got a couple of days off, so I'm off to see our Jeff in Torquay.
Oh, is the First Division calling him, is it?
Yeah, he's doing great, Terry. Yes, Tom here would be sorry they let him go.
But I had his chance.
He's got good digs and a good landlady to take care of him.
Hey, Chris will be checking up on that, eh?
Oh, Chris is not going. I don't know. 1 minute she doesn't want him to leave home. The next minute she's not bothered how he is. Seems she's got better things to do than visit our son.
Oh.
Yeah, she's on this course called Exploring the Chalk Face.
Well, what's that? Something to do with rock climbing?
It's for people to see if they want to be teachers or something.
Oh, she wants to be a teacher?
Well, to hear her talk, she wants nothing else. Stopping her home was good enough for my mother. But it's not good enough anymore. I don't know. All she goes on about is this big career thing. Having a husband and kids doesn't seem to count anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Terry, good right time?
Oh, it's about 5 o'clock.
I said I'd pick Chrissy up at this college.
Oh, she'll wait for you, won't she?
Oh, look at the state of me, though.
Ah, you're all right.
Oh, she'll kill me. Let's hope nobody sees me.
Hey, see you later, eh?
I put on Gemma's bed, then is waiting for her. Can't wait to see her face when she sees it.
I shouldn't have, you know. She doesn't need any more toys.
I couldn't resist everywhere I look. I keep seeing things she'd like. Thank goodness Auntie Lou's back from holiday.
What, Gemma doesn't mind going?
Oh, I don't know who's more pleased, her or Auntie Lou. Is me didn't want to leave her.
Yeah, I know. You can't wrap her in cotton wool, Joss.
I'm trying not to. But nearly losing her like that. What if Auntie Lou gets past her? Wish we could afford a nanny like the Farnhams.
Not much chance of that. Not even if you had 2 market stores and me and Terry run the private hire.
That's still on, is it?
I hope so. I want a better life for you and the kids. Hey, don't throw that one out. It's the one with our Gemma in.
Gemma Johnson, missing for 2 days, was found safe and well in a builder's hut. A dozen words, and it means so much.
Yeah. It's all forgotten as far as I'm concerned, Joss.
The other people, it's just news, and just forget it.
I'll never forget it.
What if we hadn't got her back? Going on forever, being frightened, waking up every morning with that awful feeling, then remembering why.
Don't even think about that, Joss. Come here. You know what? I just want to live here with you and take care of the family.
That's what you are doing.
So when do you move into the shop, Ron?
Yeah, should be soon if the landlord Barry Grant keeps his promises.
I tell you what, you'll be up for some good stuff then, won't you, huh?
Not your kind of stuff, I won't. Veg with half the field still on them.
Hey, fish I'm talking about. I could get you some lovely trout.
Yeah. By dynamite in the fish farm? No, thanks. And hey, while I'm on the subject, what about that?
What?
What happened there?
I don't know what happened there. I only wish I did. Do you know anything about this?
What are you suggesting?
Easy come, easy go. That's what I'm suggesting. Where'd you get these chickens from in the first place?
Trade secret.
I bet it was. They wouldn't happen to be Omen chickens by any chance, would they? I must have been stupid to let you talk me into this.
Oh, well, all right, if that's your attitude.
What's up with him?
I don't think he clinched the deal.
Hey, Dad, there's nothing to do.
There couldn't have been nothing, Jack.
Hey, well, look, that's what my mum said, and she said it'll be on the table in half an hour, so be somewhere where you can hear it, because she doesn't want you being late again.
Yeah, come on, let's run through some songs.
Right. See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look, Dad, I know what this is all about, you know.
What?
And you won't stop me. I mean, Keith's a nice lad, he likes me, and we have good fun.
Do you? Well, you're too young for boys.
Oh, come off it. I mean, girls in our class have had boyfriends for years. I mean, Sue Mawson's engaged, only they won't allow her to wear a ring in school. She has to wear it round her neck on a piece of string.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to keep you from making a mistake.
Well, I'm not thinking of getting engaged or anything, if that's what you mean.
That's not what I mean, Jack. I mean, I don't want to see you get hurt, love. You and Keith are different.
Oh, well, yeah, like he's black and I'm white, you mean?
No, I didn't say that, Jack.
Oh, look, you're wasting that National Front lot. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't wash his coffee mug out with Dettol after he's had a drink.
Don't be stupid.
Hey, look at you who's being stupid. I mean, you can't see past the colour of Keith's skin. You won't even give us a chance.
Jackie, I'm just trying to look after you, love.
Yeah, well, look, don't bother. I can look after myself. And if I want to go out with Keith, I will. And there's just nothing you can do to stop me.
Chris! 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 Chris!
Got you a little surprise.
Oh, they're lovely, thanks.
Well, least I could do.
Oh, are you ready to open this?
Starting early, aren't we?
Oh, you're supposed to let the air get to it. It's good stuff, that.
Nothing but the best for our wedding anniversary.
Maybe I should have took you out, instead of you cooking.
No, this is how I wanted it to be. You and me in our own house. I don't mind doing the cooking. Do you know what that glass vase is?
I think it's in that cupboard.
I'm going to do this sort of salad with avocado pears. That's for first course. Then I'm going to do rump steak with loads of mushrooms.
And chips.
Oh, yeah, and chips. Then it's raspberry gatto.
Please, what I do? Give me a heart attack.
Oh, this is special. It's all right to eat this kind of thing if you only do it once in a while.
Might as well make the most of it, eh?
Fancy it being 2 years, eh? It's worth celebrating.
Yeah. Well, people say you don't know what you're letting yourself in for when you get married, don't they?
No.
Look, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that.
Oh, you can't watch every word you say, can you?
Oh, we'll forget in time. I can't wait for this raspberry gatto.
And what comes after that?
Chris!
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, I'll put your sugar in it.
Great. We should have it as our roadie.
No chance. Don't want to mix him with the type of people you get at clubs.
Oh, it's all right for boys, isn't it, but not for girls? Why don't you just tell me what the real reason is?
He means he doesn't want you around to see what he gets up to.
Oh, he doesn't. Hey, look, I better go and take a cup of tea to me dad. He's really giving me the runaround today. And I know why, too.
Why?
Well, because he thinks I'm too young for you.
Among other things.
Like what?
Oh, you know the old cliches. It'll be difficult for you both. We're different, aren't we? You and me.
Well, you mean because you're black? Well, what's that got to do with it?
Better ask your dad that.
Hey, look, well, you needn't think he's going to stop me.
Look, you might be right, you know.
Don't tell me you're going to start with all that racist rubbish.
No, it's nothing to do with that. It's just you shouldn't mix business with pleasure. You're in the band, and if you're going out with your sister, things might get complicated.
How?
Well, she might start interfering, telling us what to do.
Then we take no notice. It's no big deal.
All right, what if you split up, eh? What'll happen then? It'll just be bad for the band, won't it?
Jackie's a nice girl. We're going out, that's all. We're not getting married.
Yeah, so long as the band comes first.
If the band's your problem, what about you and Tina? She does happen to be our singer.
There's nothing going on between me and Tina.
No, but you're hoping there will be. And if there is, won't that interfere?
You could have at least had a wash before you came down. You made a right show of me in there.
I didn't want to be late. 5:30, you said, now 5 hours here. Not that it matters, you kept me waiting half an hour.
I had lots of things to discuss.
But did you have to do it now? Did it have to take so long? I mean, I've come down here, I've looked for the car together properly.
There's lots of different things to talk about. I don't want to make the wrong choice.
I thought you made your mind up already about that.
Frank, there's lots of different courses. Right, well, where's the car?
Well, it was here.
Well, it isn't.
It isn't, but it was.
Oh, you've got the wrong place.
I haven't, I'm sure I haven't.
Frank, well, where is the car?
It was here, I'm telling you it was here.
Oh, well, if it was, it's gone.
Don't say that.
Well, I can't see it.
You can't. I don't believe this.
Oh, not that one.
You asked me to open it.
Not yet. Got this to start with.
Really are going to town, eh?
Well, it would have cost more to eat out. Anyway, I'm earning good money.
What do you mean you're earning good money?
Sorry, I mean we both are. Go on, open it.
Why do people have champagne now when they want to celebrate?
I think it's the bubbles. It's the way it makes you feel happy.
I don't need bubbles to make me feel happy.
Make sure you get it in the glasses.
Plus, we're supposed to spray it everywhere.
Like racing drivers. Don't go getting any ideas when you're riding in that cab.
It's Josie and Mick who should be having this, you know.
God, yeah, for getting Gemma back. What must it be like to lose your child? Can't imagine it, can you?
I can.
You've got Danny. You know he's yours. We both agreed we'd behave as if he was.
I love Danny.
But you mean it's not the same?
You know what I want? I want a baby of my own as well as Danny.
Did you have to start talking about this tonight of all nights?
I can't just forget about it like that, you know.
I've gone to all this trouble. Tonight was supposed to be special.
Am I only allowed to talk about what you decide? Am I only allowed to think about what you want me to think about?
Just wanted tonight to be nice.
Is it my fault if it isn't? Am I to blame for everything?
I never said that.
It's not me that won't have an operation. It's not me that doesn't want to have a baby.
Doesn't want one
It's not
yet.
me that lied for over a year.
You've got to forget this, Terry. You've got to put it behind you.
It's not that easy.
I know it's not that easy, but it's got to be done. Don't spoil everything, Terry. Don't let it all go wrong.
They're everything to you, aren't they, your kids? I mean, you'll do anything for them. You work hard so they can have a better chance in life than you. And you teach them not to make the same mistakes as you.
Well, we all make mistakes.
That's all that's left when you're gone. All that's left as far as I can see.
Just give me 2 more years. Just let me get these qualifications, eh?
Do I have a choice?
Come on, let's try again. Please.
Did you get through to the police?
Yeah.
And are they coming?
No. Just taking all my details. Said they put it on the computer. If I don't earn the next few days, not much chance.
Well, at least you get the insurance, eh?
I don't want the insurance. There's more to that car than metal and rubber, you know. There's a whole lifetime's memories in there.
Hardly a lifetime.
It wouldn't have happened if you hadn't kept me waiting.
Frank, it could have happened anyway. You can't go blaming me.
I was at work I put in that car. You couldn't have eaten dinner off the engine.
Who wants to eat the dinner off a car engine?
Oh, that's how you're going to be about it.
I'm sorry.
Practically an antique, that car.
Look, Frank, I've got to get off.
Never get another one like it.
I said I was going to meet Gina. I'm already late.
Probably have to get the bus now. You never said you were going to see Gina.
Well, I didn't know we were going to be this late.
And whose fault is it we're late?
Frank, did I know the car was going to get stolen?
It wouldn't have been stolen if you hadn't kept me waiting.
Oh, don't blame me. Blame the robbers.
It's because of your course. I've lost it.
Oh, don't be so stupid.
All I've got left now is my spare set of keys.
Here are mine's first.
They haven't got to the winning post yet.
Hey, the winning post is that little frog there where we said.
You were pushing it.
And there's no rule saying you can't push it, so come on, you owe me 5p.
Means you've got to buy the first round when we go out.
Oh no, can't, can I? Remember, I'm underage. Anyway, where are we going to?
Still on, is it?
And why shouldn't it be?
I don't want to get into trouble with your family.
Oh, look, don't talk to me about families. I mean, all they ever do is tell you what you shouldn't be doing. I mean, and when I do, keep my head down, go to school and go swimming. They just don't want to know.
We could go to a disco.
No, it's too hot for discos. I mean, they're for in the winter. We could get a video.
Where would we watch it? There's never any peace at ours. And anyway, a video's boring.
Well, what do you like doing then?
Watching motor racing, American football, drumming.
Oh, look, forget it. We'll have another go with this.
As long as there's no pushing.
And no blowing. And the winning post is that frog there where we said. You ready then?
I've got it. Why don't we go 10-pin bowling?
All right, yeah.
You can have just as good a time at home, can't you?
You don't always think that.
Don't mind doing the cooking if it's only once in a while. It's just doing it day in, day out that gets me down.
Sometimes I think you enjoy yourself more with people from work than you do with me.
It's a change. You can put on your decent clothes without Danny's sticky little fingers getting all over them. Leave all your worries behind.
Different job working in an office, isn't it? I mean, no point in me getting dressed up for my job.
You'd like some of the people I work with. You ought to meet them.
Oh, I have to put my best suit on and polish my shoes.
There'd be no need for that.
Yes, there would. Because they all look down their noses at me.
No, they wouldn't. They're not like that.
With their posh jobs, posh accents. Especially that Graham.
I'll get the pudding, shall I?
I bet they're all having a good laugh at me, aren't they? Because I've got no O-levels.
Exams are nothing to do with it.
Well, if they're not, why do you want to do more? Why do you want to be a legal executive?
I want to make a better life for us all, not just for me.
It's not making your life better if it's stopping you having babies.
I'll get more money.
It's my job to earn the money.
I want to show what I can do. I want to see how far I can go.
Why can't you settle down? I mean, look at Josie. She's got kids and a career.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a career, is it, running a market stall?
And what's wrong with it?
Well, you don't need qualifications and there's no ladder to climb.
Well, I've got no ladder to climb. And if there was, I wouldn't.
People are different.
I've got what I want here, or could have. I mean, that's enough for me. Why can't it be enough for you?
I'll get the pudding then, shall I?
Aye, aye. Oh, aye. No prizes for guessing why you've come. Payday, is it?
He's earned it.
Yes. It's all right too in your house, but when you got to go up and down the ladders, it's a killer, you know. I mean, I've got permanent grooves in my feet.
Yeah, you know what? I get it in my back, me. You know, we're driving home.
Just listen to you two feeling sorry for yourselves, like two old biddies you are. I should try looking after kids for a bit. I'll get my purse.
Yeah, listen, it was terrible about your Gemma, wasn't it?
I heard about it, did you?
Well, I read it in the paper, yeah. Thank God you got it back.
I feel like not letting out of my sight.
Well, look, hope you don't mind, but I've got a little thing for her, you know.
Oh, nice one.
Aw, she's asleep, though.
Well, you give it to her. You don't want to take things off strangers, do you?
I'll tell us from Uncle Sinbad.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind a lad myself, you know.
Just pass that for a similar.
Yeah.
Well, it helps to get a wife first, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, it does, yeah. Yeah, if I had kids, I'd give them everything I never had myself.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's wanting to do better for your own that got us out the caves in the first place.
Yeah. And a bit extra for your holiday in the Bahamas.
Oh, yeah, Bahamas. I'll be lucky to get to Blackpool the way things are going. I'm paying double rent now that Jimmy's gone up to Newcastle.
What's he doing up there?
He's gone up to see this new so-called mate of his, hasn't he? One that's up to no good, if you'd ask me.
Can you lay hands in a van? Can earn a few bob. Mick's too busy.
Yeah, what for?
My mate Marcy's got to move out of her house. She'll pay somebody a tenner if they'll help her shift her stuff.
Where to?
I think she's leaving somebody's garage.
Well, there's plenty of room at my place now, you know, that Jimmy's gone, and I could throw it in there if she wants.
Nice
I'll
one.
tell her. You right?
All right, Frank. Been for a walk, have you?
I've had me car nicked, haven't I? Outside some college. I went in to look for Chrissy, and when I come out, it's just this empty space. Oh, it's a terrible feeling.
Yeah, I know what you mean, mate.
I mean, you come out and your most prized possession gone.
Aye, it's not your most prized possession, is it?
I'm sorry, Mick. How is Gemma?
Ah, she's fine, thanks, mate.
Down.
Yeah, I'll take time, won't I?
So where's Chrissy now, then?
Gone to see a friend. Seems to think gossiping is more important than my car.
Leave that.
Oh, you do the cooking, I'll do the washing up.
Not now, I'm doing the coffee.
Gotta make myself useful, haven't I?
I don't mind this. I never said anything about you washing up.
Oh, you said about me getting a mortgage. You said about me picking Danny up when you're going to be home late from work.
That's what husbands and wives do, isn't it?
Husbands and wives have a family.
Are you determined to spoil things? I've gone to all this trouble for us to have a nice evening. Got Danny minded, traipsed around the shops, had my hair done.
And what about all the trouble I went to for you, eh? Like going to Aussie, having an operation, and then you tell me you don't want to know. You think you can wrap me around your little finger?
It's like walking on thin ice all the time. How are we ever going to make a go of things if you can't forgive and forget?
Oh, I did forgive. I did forget. But it's all started again, hasn't it?
What's started all over again?
Other men, phone calls. This Graham from the office, just as you're telling me you don't want my baby.
This is just your insecurity, Terry. It'll destroy us. There's nothing going on with Graham. I thought you'd accepted that last week.
I need to be safe. I need to believe you, because I love you see. I get so frustrated and jealous when I think of other men near you.
That doesn't mean you can keep me locked up. Love's not like that.
So you can tell me there's nothing going on between you and Graham?
I won't deny something that you know isn't true.
See what I mean?
It's not Graham. He's nothing. He's just a colleague. This is about my job, needing a career.
Hey, I earn as well, you know. I work all the hours God sends.
This is not about money. It's about me. It's needing to be me. I can't live if I'm just somebody's wife, somebody's mother.
I want you to be my wife.
I am.
Oh, like you were Graham's whore.
No.
Martin's whore.
No, don't do
Hey, anybody else's? I don't want you here. Get out of my house. I know what I should have done to you.
What?
All that time, I thought Danny was mine.
You should have killed me when you had the chance.
All I ever wanted was a wife, a baby, a house. And I had to pick you.
We can make it work. I know we can.
I don't even want to see you. I don't want to be here. Don't come looking for me, because I don't know where I'm going to be.
Terry.
That naughty Chris Jagger is tempting more couples to stray from the path of true love in just a moment in Change of Heart.
Hope he's in a good mood.
I used to like soften him up before we tell him the news. My real job's a bobby, yeah?
You know what they say about the way to a man's heart?
Yeah. I hope he takes it all right, though. I wonder why he's got this thing about the police, eh? Suet.
I'm making steak and kidney pudding. It's his favourite.
Yeah, but you're cooking just the same food for him here as you would at yours, aren't you?
No, but it's different, isn't it? It's symbolic. I mean, if he has a meal at your house, it's like being part of your family.
Oh, yeah, I hadn't thought of that.
Blood's thicker than water.
Yeah, but he's not going to be family like that, though, is he? Not a blood relation.
Marriage is thicker than any of this. Hey, do I look all right?
Oh, same as usual, then, yeah.
What?
You look lovely. Going anywhere special?
Seeing somebody special. It's not just you young ones that know about romance, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think that having me future father-in-law around for tea is that romantic, is it, man?
It is. He's going to ask me, Dad, for my hand in marriage.
Yeah, well, we've already decided to get married, haven't we?
Do you want a taxi?
Hello, Barry.
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to give you the fright. Thought you might need a lift.
Never accept a lift off a strange man.
Hey, listen, I've had Terry crying on my shoulder all afternoon. Reckons he spends half the night on the couch.
Don't blame me for that. That was his choice.
I know that.
Didn't even speak to me this morning. Didn't even answer when I said hello.
Well, when I saw the state he was in, I thought I'd better come and see if you were all right. So I'm offering you a lift.
All right. So what's brought all this on?
Well, you did me a favour with the shop contact, so now I'm doing you one.
You just started on me, you know. I've made this nice meal. I was really trying.
I know you've really tried, sir.
Never thought I'd hear you say that.
Well, you've convinced me, haven't you? I mean, there might have been one time when I was trying to break you and Terry up, but that was because I thought you were using him.
But I wasn't.
Like I said, you convinced me.
Wish you'd convince him.
He keeps on going on about this Graham bloke. Is that the same fella that used to give you a lift home from the office?
He's nothing. He's just somebody I work with. If you do my kind of job, it's what you do. You know, make friends, go for the odd drink. Terry thinks that if there's a man and a woman, it can only lead to one thing. It's just his jealousy.
Well, he's living in a different world, isn't he? I mean, you and I, well, we've kind of moved on, haven't we?
You do understand, don't you?
Well, like I say, it's a big wide world out there, so...
Well, there's nothing going on between me and Graham. There's nothing.
All right, well, I'll tell him.
You'll tell him?
Yeah. He's my mate. I mean, I want to help both of you.
You don't know there's anything going on between me and Graham, do you?
Well, I wouldn't blame you if you didn't believe me. But as a matter of fact, no, I don't.
Keith's a nice boy, isn't he?
Yeah, nice boy as a drummer, yeah. As a boyfriend, he's not right. Don't want our Jackie taking on more than she can handle.
She can handle Keith. If you want to worry about somebody, I'd worry about him.
Oh, be serious, will you, Dee? You're a mother.
If you want me to be serious, my advice is to let Jackie get on with her.
She's too young.
She's nearly 16, and nobody's fool.
I just wish that she'd have chosen somebody more like her.
What do you mean? Somebody white? If the colour of Keith's skin is all you've got to worry about, then you can count your blessings.
It's nothing to do with that.
Ron, she could be going out with all sorts. Junkies, robbers. Keith's a nice lad and they get on fine. What more do you want?
She's my little girl.
But you don't do kids any good by overprotecting them. Well, look at me. I mean, I was overprotected, and when life got up and hit me, I couldn't handle it.
But that's hardly the same thing, is it, Dee? I mean, Jackie's got us.
Jackie needs you to give her a bit of space. Ron, you're going to have to face up to it. Keith is the first of a lot of teenage romances.
Here you go. Thanks.
Who's that on the phone?
Oh, it was only Gina.
I thought it might have been the police about my car. I only saw her on Monday.
Yeah, well, I was late, wasn't I? It's too late to go out.
You're not the only one inconvenienced, you know. How am I supposed to go and see our Jeff without my car?
There is such a thing as the train.
I'm not leaving here till I see that car.
Please yourself. You've got plenty here to keep you busy.
You could always go and see him.
Frankie, no, I can't. I've got an appointment with the college tutors tomorrow.
You'd be living there at this rate.
Frank, I've been there twice, that's all. We're not talking about me making one of the most important decisions of my life here.
Most important part of your life is here in this house.
Love, things change. When the kids were young, then yes. And then when they were at school, it was still important. That's why I only work part-time. But, well, they're growing up now.
They're not that grown up.
Well, our Katie's got a year or two yet, I'll grant you that. But our Jeff will never live at home again.
What makes you say that?
Because he's making his life away from us like he should. And like she will in time.
She's better off with us.
For the time being, until her wounds heal, yes, but not forever. Oh, Frank, things change and we've got to change with them.
I don't like it.
No, I know you don't, love. I don't like it much either. Watching for the wrinkles and the odd grey hair. But it doesn't have to be like that. We could look upon this as a brand new start.
For you, yeah. And what about me? Carry on trucking.
I'll go. Well, she's waiting for something, that's for sure. She jumps a mile high every time the phone goes.
Ask her.
Oh, I can't ask her. I've got to wait for her to tell me. It isn't that easy.
You don't think it's that Tim fella again, do you?
No, I think she's over that now. Could be there's somebody else on the horizon, though.
Owen? She was talking about him the other day.
No, I think it's all finished with now, over and done with.
Dad, it was the police. Good news.
My car?
Yeah, they found it, and it's okay.
Brilliant. I'll get me gear together and I've still got a chance to get to Torquay. Yes!
The way to a man's heart, eh?
It's through his car.
That Barry Grant's there again.
Yeah, I'll be seeing Terry.
Terry's out in a taxi. You should know that. If you ask me, Sue should be careful.
Don't worry, Sue's got her head screwed on.
Hope you're right.
Now then, we've got bacon, egg, sausage, tomatoes. What would our Gemma like?
If we ate what she decided, we'd be eating nothing but turtle fish fingers. Come eat a salad?
Why not?
Oh. Right. All right, this is me nan. This is Freddie.
More of a mother to him, really.
Nice to meet you.
You've been more of a mother to me, haven't you?
Don't tell me you lost your mother, too.
When I was 4.
I didn't lose mine, did I?
We don't talk about that, do we? Are you a widower, then?
Sort of.
I always think women manage better than men in a situation like that. Now, take Cyril Dixon, my man friend. He's the type who should never be left on his own.
And we've managed fine, haven't we?
Yeah, that's right.
If you want any references for our Rod, you know where to come.
None.
I know he was a bit wild when he was a little lad, but he's settled down beautiful ever since he joined.
I think we've got some cans in the fridge.
Yeah, right. Your favourite, you know. Oh, great.
I prefer small sherry myself, in the right place at the right time. I always think that drinking at home is the slippery slope.
Oh, well, we might as well get started then, eh?
Unless, of course, it's a special occasion, and this is a special occasion. You better call me Julia, seeing as how we're going to be related.
Yeah? We've come to view the house.
You are?
This is Mr. and Mrs. Jenkin. They're interested in viewing the property.
Is this some kind of joke?
I'm from Bynan's, the estate agent, and we've had instructions.
Not from me, you haven't.
From Mr. Harry Cross, the landlord. He's put the house on the market and he wants it sold as soon as possible.
Well, I thought you'd see to everything.
Oh, I didn't think I'd have to get serviettes. Everyone's got them.
Yeah, well, I haven't, have I?
Oh, you think Nicky or Tracy or someone would have brought on.
Is tea ready or what?
Yeah, it's coming now, Dad. Sit down.
Well, I can help if you want.
No, it's better if you sit down.
Do as you're told, lad. Never come between a woman and a cougar, eh?
So, get here all right, did you?
No, this is me ghost.
I meant find a way, like, you know.
Yeah, no problem. She's a great cook, my Diana, eh?
Yeah, I know.
But she had to be, you know, with her just being like the two of us. Nice place you got here, isn't it? Your own, is it?
No, share it with my sister, you know.
Oh, it shows what you can do when you got a decent job, doesn't it? Any news of that promotion yet?
I don't know, takes time, doesn't it?
Supermarket of your own. That's what you should be aiming for. I hope that won't be long. His stomach thinks my throat's been cut.
There's something I want to talk to you about, actually.
Rod, wait till my dad says his tea, eh?
That's right. Pleasure before business, eh?
Well, It's what you came for.
I came for me tea, didn't I?
There you go, Dad. Steak and kidney pudding.
Well, that'll do for starters. Do you think you'll be comfortable? I could get you another cushion.
Hey, that's our best chair. You don't need another cushion. Well, I just want to sit on the couch anyway. You sit next to me.
You know what, Julia? You just managed to do something none of us have ever been able to do. Get him to do as he's told.
What's your secret, Julia? Oh, that'd be telling, wouldn't it?
No, Julia.
Right, I'll put the tea on.
Oh, no, don't go. I want you both here. I've got an announcement to make. We're going to get engaged, Cyril and me.
You can't just walk in like this, you know.
We've had instructions from the owner. Mr. Harry Cross is the owner of the house.
Yes.
Why did nobody tell us about this?
You should really have heard from Mr. Cross's solicitor.
The post. We didn't open the letters last week with Gemma being missing.
Look, we have been paying the rent regularly, you know.
Oh, that's nothing to do with it.
Here it is. He's right.
All right there? Now, shall we have a look at the spacious lounge?
What spacious lounge?
Mr. Johnson.
Well, look at it. It's like a box. You'll have trouble turning round in there. Hope you don't want to swing any cats.
I'm tidied up in there.
Of course, compact rooms are more economical to heat.
You've seen the kitchen, haven't you? Built for a midget.
It's all right.
What do you mean it's all right? Hey, and there's more, you know. I mean, the bath tap leaks. The cistern makes a terrible noise. So you'll never get a decent night's sleep if someone wants to go in the middle of the night.
Do you realise you're stopping me doing my job?
Do you realise this is our home?
Hey, if I were you two, I wouldn't even look at this place.
2 bedrooms, isn't it? That's what you were looking for.
You can't do this to us, Jules.
This piece of paper says he can.
Of course, you can always redecorate.
I can't get engaged. I'm already married.
I'm not sure if a fiancé can give evidence against the partner. Must ask our Rod. And your other wives needn't find out unless I have to tell them.
It'll have to be a very long engagement.
Well, why not? My mum reckoned that an engagement was the best part of being married. A ring on your finger, someone to go about with, and your independence.
Who said anything about a ring?
Well, you can't be engaged without a ring. Sapphires and diamonds like Princess Di.
But I haven't got Prince Charles's bank balance.
You can take me to bingo in your car and pick me up after. Oh, and you can help me push the trolley round the supermarket when I'm doing a big buy-in. Aye. Be nice to have a partner when I need one.
What about the sleeping arrangements?
Not before we're married. And no more gadding off without asking me first. And I'll still let you see your other wives, but on a strict rota.
Right. Tea up.
Not without you fancy something stronger to celebrate, eh?
Tea'll do him.
Not a bit of a dark horse, aren't you, Poppy? When was all this decided?
A couple of weeks ago.
In Morecambe, wasn't it?
That's right.
You can call me Mother, seeing as how we're going to be family.
Terry's me mate, Sue.
Yeah, but that's no reason to keep reminding him about Martin. If it wasn't for you, he'd forget it.
You don't forget something like that.
I know, but he could put it behind him. We could be happy together. I know we could.
So, you're saying all of this is my fault?
No, it's not. Of course not. I know it was me that was wrong. I know I was stupid. But you could make things easier for us. He listens to you.
And why shouldn't he?
Why do you want to turn him against me?
Like I told you, he's my mate.
Yeah, but that's no reason to fight his battles. Sometimes I don't think it's his battles you're fighting. It's yours.
I don't want to see him hurt again.
Sometimes I think he's more married to you than he is to me.
I'd never let him down.
Oh, and I have. So does that mean I've got to be punished forever? We both want what's best for Terry, only we both think the opposite about what that is.
All right. Maybe you're right. He's old enough to make up his own mind.
What?
Well, like you said, maybe. Maybe you two could be happy together.
So you leave us alone and give us a chance.
If I can trust you, not to let him down.
Oh, you can. Honest, you can. But can I trust you?
Why not?
You beaut.
Give Jeff my love. Oh, and don't forget the fruit cake. Mum, I'm sure his landlady feeds him.
I'll see you Friday.
Bye.
Well, that's that then. Will you miss him? Fact of life, isn't it really, your dad driving away?
Remember when we were little, you used to let us have fish and chips when my dad was away?
Do you fancy it?
No, but I tell you what I do fancy now, garlic mushrooms.
You're on. Your father hates them.
We can get a nice romantic video out.
Yeah, put our feet up.
And let our hair down.
Sam, well, you seem a lot happier now. Are you getting over Tim? And...
Well, I've no choice, have I, Mum?
I don't want you falling for somebody else on the rebound, though.
Oh, and would you call Owen the rebound?
No, more like backwards, really.
Mum, I was stupid to ever give him the elbow. I should have had more sense.
Oh, Sammy, don't go for and fro because you think he's safe, love. You don't make one mistake better by making another one.
Well, I wouldn't call Owen a mistake. It was my mistake to ever let him go.
You don't have to have a boyfriend, you know. I know there's a lot of pressure on you to go around 2 by 2, but women can manage quite well on their own. Sometimes I think it's even easier.
Yeah, but that's easy for you to say. You're married, you've got a family.
And you've got time. You don't have to rush at anything.
Not much chance of that.
You have lots of fun with that men, you know.
Like we do when my dad's away.
Yeah, Gina and I going out on Friday, just the two of us.
Oh, yeah. Hey, can I have some garlic bread with those garlic mushrooms? And do you know what I feel like? Some ice cream with a tin of those black cherries.
Sammy, your stomach will think a bomb's hit it.
Yeah, but like you said, we can't have fun without men.
Go on. Just some more?
Oh, no, thanks. 3 helpings is enough for me.
Go on, then.
Right. You sure you don't want any more?
Look, I'm perfectly satisfied.
Right. Well, you know how Diana likes to do things right, you know.
She's a good girl, my Diana.
I know that. That's why I want to marry her.
Well done, son.
So, I was wondering what you think about that, then?
Oh, it's great, Dad. It's really great.
Oh, Rod, you're supposed to ask for me dad's consent, and my dad's supposed to say...
What sort of prospects do you have, yeah?
Oh, right.
Well, go on, then. What sort of prospects do you have?
I love her.
Yes?
And I want to make an honest woman out of her.
You better add that.
Only there's one little thing I have to explain.
We've got an announcement to make.
Well, so have we.
We're engaged.
Must be something in the water, eh?
We could have a double wedding.
I don't think so.
Congratulations.
Your girl'll be all right with our Rod. He's got prospects.
Yeah, we were just talking about that, Nan.
Taking sergeant's exams soon, aren't you?
Sergeant's exams?
That's what I was just going to explain.
There's been a misunderstanding.
What's going on here?
I don't work in a supermarket.
But I thought he did.
But are you telling me like that he doesn't?
She said you wouldn't like what I did.
Why wouldn't he like what you did? It's something to be proud of. We could have an archware truncheons at the wedding.
What sort of sergeant?
Police sergeant.
I don't believe this.
I'm sorry, Dad.
How could you do this to me?
But I love him.
What's wrong with being in the police?
Ask for my consent. You must be joking. There's no way I'm going to let a copper marry my daughter.
That's our Rod you're talking about.
Out of this house now. You're coming with me.
Leave her alone.
We're not the only one with problems.
Well, if you're not going, I am. It's amazing that didn't choke me.
It wasn't meant to be like this, you know.
Oh, Dad, please give him a chance.
If you stay here, you'll be sorry. Now get shot of him, or you're no daughter of mine.
Dad.
I knew we left it too long, telling him the truth about me.
Oh, What was all that about?
I'm not sure. He's just never liked the police.
Why not?
I don't know. He's never said.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
It's an insult.
What are we going to do?
Has Danny settled down okay?
He wanted his dad to read him a story. He loves Terry.
I know he does.
That's one of the reasons this has got to work.
Yeah.
Used to think it suited you, us rowing.
Why?
Well, you've never really liked it, have you, me and him? I've even thought you might be jealous.
What of?
Sometimes I don't know who Terry cares for most, me or you. And at the minute, I don't think it's me.
Yeah, well, he'll come round, won't he?
Do you think so?
If you give him time.
I've waited a long time.
I waited a long time for me and Tracy. That never worked out.
Is there no chance there?
I thought you might want to settle down. She didn't. Listen, Sue, if I am jealous, it's not of you and Terry. It's because of what you've got. A family, a home. You've got roots like, haven't you?
Terry thinks that I don't want all this, but I do. I want to have a baby, but I want something else as well. I only wish I could get Terry to see that.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll talk to him. I'll explain.
We need some help.
I just told you. I'll help you. I wouldn't want Terry to lose all of this.
Well, don't say I asked you to. I mean, don't tell him I've talked to you.
I won't say nothing. Not if you don't want me to.
Thanks.
Couples decide whether they're meant for each other by trying out another mate in Change of Heart, next on Living.
That, Mick.
How long's it been there?
A couple of fellas brought it down this morning. Your Josie's not too happy.
I bet she wasn't. Makes you afraid to turn your back. I mean, this fella showed up yesterday from the estate agent and started showing people around like he owned the place.
Yeah, well, I mean, Harry does still own it, doesn't he?
Yeah. Our beloved landlord. Not for much longer, it seems.
Hey, why don't you try buying it off him?
Look, there's such a thing as can't afford it. Not to mention we'll not get a mortgage because we're both self-employed.
Not all of us have got good mates, you know, sir.
I thought Harry was my mate. I mean, we got on well when we lived together and all, you know.
Why don't you have a word with him, Mick?
Might be worth a shot, eh? See you later.
Yeah, see ya.
Ta-ra, mate.
See
see. I'm glad you bought your house.
Do you think so?
Well, you're not struggling with the mortgage, are you? And it's not as if I'm asking you for your money back all the time.
It's just an excuse for Sue's job, isn't it? She says we need the money. How do you think I feel not being able to support me wife?
Do you reckon that is a reason or just an excuse to?
Well, she says she really likes her work and that. Or it could just be the people at work.
You don't reckon there's nothing going on to you?
Well, she said there isn't.
Well, she would, wouldn't she?
Why do you think there's something going on?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I haven't got a clue.
Hello, is that Harry? Well, no, I'm Mick Johnson, Harry's tenant. I wanted a word with him about the sale of the house. Yeah, well, won't he change his mind?
Let me speak to him.
Well, can I just speak to him then? So you're telling me that's his final word?
Sure, I can make him see sense.
So what you're telling me, there's nothing more I can do? Right. Yeah, thanks very much. Harry won't give himself a chance to see our point of view.
So?
That was his son, Kevin. Said he's been asked to deal with it.
Harry can't do this to us.
Said he wants the money. Said something about he wants the money so he can go to Las Vegas.
Never mind Las Vegas. What about the kids? They need a roof over their heads.
Seems his mind's made up. And he is the landlord. And do what he likes.
Hey, you wouldn't like to iron one of my shirts while you're about here?
I thought sailors learned to iron their own shirts.
Well, I wouldn't expect the same standards they expected in the Navy. You were on a charge for one little crease.
What's come over you? I've never known you iron your own stuff.
Yeah, we're going out, aren't we?
Oh, yeah. With Keith, I suppose.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, as long as you behave yourself and you're back early.
Oh, yeah, we're going in one of Keith's dad's cars.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, no, you're not, you know. I've heard about these teenage drivers. Look what happened to our Mike.
Yeah, but our Michael was messing about. I mean, Keith is a good driver.
And who was it that helped Michael mess about?
Yeah, but Keith's not like that when he's with me.
Ron, he's passed his driving test. He'll be all right.
I'm just trying to look after her, that's all.
It's all right. Keith will do that.
Yeah, well, you make sure you're back here by 10 o'clock, Gia, not a minute later.
All right, Dad.
10:30, Ron.
Yeah, well, I was allowing the extra half hour that she's always late.
I won't be. I'll show you.
Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it.
Mr. Spence. Oh, it's you. Can I have a word? No, I've had all the words from you that I want. Just stay away from my daughter, that's all I ask. What is it you've got against me?
I told you, you're a policeman.
You can't blame me for that.
Yeah, well, I do.
We're not all the same, you know. Be fair, Mr. Spence.
Why should I be? Your lot weren't fair with me.
What, you mean you're being in trouble or something?
Now, there you go, accusing me.
I wasn't accusing you.
Yeah, you can't get anything right.
Look, mistakes are made. I'll grant you that. We're only human.
You're animals.
You've no right to talk to me like that.
I'll talk to you how I want.
Hi, Terry. Going off to work?
Yeah.
Take a jumper with you. It'll get cold later.
I'm all right.
I'll do you a flask of coffee if you like.
You just said I'm all right, didn't I? Good day at work, Sue.
All right, we're really busy at the moment.
Anybody seen my money bag?
Yeah, I think I put it through there for you.
You're always moving my things. I hate it when you do that.
I'm only trying to keep the place tidy.
Oh, well, I'm sorry for untidying it then.
Terry, see what I mean? It's like he's looking for an argument.
Well, he's always like this when he's on nights.
But why does he have to do them? It's not his turn this week. He swapped with Mick on purpose.
Yeah, well, Mick's got other things on his mind, hasn't he?
Yeah, like selling the house. Josie's worried sick.
Getting a new house won't solve Josie's problems.
Nothing solves all your problems, Terry. You've got to keep talking. You've got to work on it.
People say all sorts.
You've got to start somewhere.
They also say all sorts of things they don't mean.
What am I going to do? He just won't listen.
Or have you tried some gentle persuasion? Like the black underwear and the perfume sketch?
Tried all that. Didn't want to know. Didn't even stop off at the childminders to pick up Danny. I'll be wondering where I am now.
Do you want to lift down there, then?
Would you? That'd be great.
Come on, then.
If you've been in trouble with the police, don't go taking it out on me.
I have not been in trouble with the police. My record is whiter than white.
Well, what is it you've got against us, then? Diana doesn't know what it is.
No, she better not have. I don't want bad blood coming out.
Well, what do you mean, bad blood?
Protected that girl all her life. She's my little treasure.
Well, she's my treasure, too.
I never wanted to find out about this.
Find out about what?
About her mother and that con merchant.
Con merchant?
Sergeant he was, too. And they wouldn't do a thing about it.
They wouldn't do what about what?
He ran off with my wife, didn't he? And Diana no more than a toddler.
Your wife ran off with a policeman. That's why you hate them.
The police stole my wife. There's no way they're gonna get my daughter.
I want to marry her.
I'll never allow a member of my family to get involved with the police.
I love her.
You're not fit to come near her.
Cheers. You didn't tell me it was a karaoke night. Because I wanted it to be a surprise. Do you know, I don't know whether it's been out with you, but I feel about 15 years younger. Because you don't have to watch your P's and Q's all the time in case Frank disapproves. You make him sound like my dad. Should we go and sit down? Yeah. I don't know what it is about them. They don't seem to care how much noise they make. But if we raise our voices, they get all pole-faced.
It's because we're supposed to be the respectable ones.
Yeah. Sexless.
Depends when.
Responsible, sensible, caring, patient. Forget it.
Yeah.
Do you know, I don't know whether it is being out with you, but I do. I just feel years younger. Like the girl I used to be when I was 17. You know. Watch out, everybody. It's like the woman I was when I did cold storage when she got married, and I'm just beginning to thaw out now. That's probably because the kids are growing up. Yeah. Do you know, our Sammy was born, I thought, that's it now, my life's mapped out. But here we are, Sammy's 18, and still seems to be a lot of life left. Trouble is what to do with it. I thought you decided to go back to teaching. Hey, how'd you get on at that refreshers course? Oh, Gina, it was great. I've picked up a load of application forms, and it looks like I've got a really good chance of getting in. The only trouble is Frank isn't very keen. Look, there's rules about tonight. Oh, what's that, not copping off with any fellas? No talking about fellas, and Frank's name's not got to cross your lips. From now on, you've only got one problem. Oh, what's that? Which songs are you going to choose? Oh, Gina, no chance. You know I can't sing a note. It doesn't matter. I'll get them all to join in. Oh, no. Do you remember the end-of-term concerts? Everybody'd edge away from sitting next to me. You sure that was just your voice? Gina, you're supposed to be my friend.
Here I go.
How'd you fancy Julia as a stepmother?
Don't even ask.
I think she likes the idea, though. Call me mother.
Yeah, I don't know what's got into me dad. I think he must be going senile or something.
I think it's love. It doesn't just happen at 17, you know.
Doesn't matter what age it happens, it still spells trouble.
If you're talking about Jackie, you've got nothing to worry about. It's just a bit of fun to her. Ron, you mustn't take it too seriously.
I don't know what his old fella's thinking about, you know, lending him a car like that.
You should be glad she's hanging around with a lad who's got a bit of money behind him. I'd sooner be thinking he was bringing her back in a car than her standing at a bus stop all night.
Yeah, you can get up to all sorts in cars, you know.
You can get up to all sorts wherever you are, if that's what you want. When you get to our Jackie's age, you just got to trust that what you've taught them was stuck. Anyway, Jackie's got plenty of common sense.
It's just that she's so young.
Oh, when has age got anything to do with common sense? Look at your dad. For that, look at Maria. She's old enough, and look how she's behaving with her fancy fella.
That's another thing. I thought you were going to have a word with her, try and make her see sense.
I didn't have a chance. You said she couldn't come round, remember?
You still see her at work, don't you?
Well, along with a million other people. And when there's a lull, she'll find something to do. So we haven't really had a chance to talk.
I think she's avoiding me, you know.
I'm sure she is. I mean, she knows what you think about all this business about her and her fancy fella.
It's Charlie I'm bothered about. What will it do to him if he finds out?
Oh, don't even think about it.
Yeah. But if he does find out that we already knew, he's going to think that we were holding out on him, isn't he?
We just have to hope that he doesn't find out.
Open or shut?
Shut.
You two always agree with each other.
What DD means is that we're close to the public, but we're open to neighbours.
Nice one.
Are we going to get new neighbours?
Well, I hope not, Dee. But our landlord has put the house on the market over our head. Just when Joseph was settling in, you know what I mean?
Oh, I hope it works out, mate.
Oh, thanks, Dee. Hey, look, can I have a pint of milk, please?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, tell you what, I'm going to miss this whole thing when you move through to the shops.
It's not far to walk up the path. That's 28 for the milk. And these are on the house.
Oh, thanks, Dee. There you go. You know what my kids say? They won't go to sleep until I've had a cup of hot chocolate.
Hey, better at that age than when they're 15. At least you know where they are and who they're out with.
Yeah, well, we'll certainly do that after last week.
Anyhow, has Gemma settled down since you got back?
Yeah, well, she's a bit ropey, but it's expected, isn't it? Anyway, I'll tell them where these came from. Thanks a lot. See ya.
Bye now.
Ta-ra, Mick.
Did you notice anything about him?
What's that?
He's black.
But it's different when they stay with their own, isn't it?
Oh, what did you do? That was started off dead straight.
Pushed your shoulder too far to the right. This is how you do it.
Hey, you did it all right the first time.
Beginner's luck.
It was not. Yeah, we'll have another go and I'll prove it to you.
Let's drink first, eh? I'm parched.
Yeah, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what I can really do.
Suits me.
White girl. That's the jungle.
Do you want a banana?
That's so cute.
Oh. Come on, Jack.
No, did you hear what he said?
No, but I can guess. Did I hear the word jungle?
Look, well, you shouldn't let people get away with saying things like that.
So what'll happen if I do anything about it? What good would it do to get into a fight?
Well, look, it'd make me feel a lot better.
Who'd get the blame? Me or them? Black youth bowling alley fight. Nobody will even question who started it. As far as your dad's concerned, it'll just prove what he's been saying all along.
So why are people so horrible?
They don't like people who are not the same as them, I suppose.
Yeah, but they won't even give us a chance. I mean, all they say is that you're black and I'm white. They don't know anything about us at all.
Your dad did warn you. Do you want to go home?
I let rubbish like that spoil my night. No chance.
You're not as soft as you look, are you?
Hey, look, how do you think I've survived living with all Mike and Tony for all these years? I'm at then.
Where are we going?
Well, I'm taking up your challenge. We'll have another go, and this time I'll wipe the floor with you.
You all right?
How is Terry? Says he'll be late home.
Well, better get off then, eh? I mean, he's got to turn to sometime, hasn't he?
Well, if it's anything like the last few nights, that doesn't mean I'll see him. You don't have to rush off, you know.
All right, if that's what you want.
Well, till Terry gets back. Could do with the company, you know, someone to talk to.
I'm all ears.
He's been sleeping in the other bedroom.
My bedroom.
Yeah, it used to be your bedroom.
Till you kicked me out, Sue.
I didn't.
Listen, I'm only messing. I know what it's like for a husband and wife, you know. You need your own space and time and...
Well, it's not a very big house, and Terry's just an ordinary sort of bloke. He doesn't want the kind of life that you want.
He wants the kind of life that you want.
Wish he did.
Look, you haven't had anything to eat, have you?
No.
Well, how about if I go out and get her something?
Don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, why not?
What's your fancy?
Don't know. You choose.
All right, then. Leave it to me.
Come on, boys and girls, a big round of applause, even though she was rubbish.
That was great! Never again. Go on, you enjoyed every minute of it. I know, I certainly did.
You like to see me make a fool of myself, you
No,
mean?
you were good.
Oh, it does you good to get out, doesn't it? Do you know you can get too bogged down with worry? About whether you're singing in tune?
No. Husbands, kids.
What did I say?
I know, I'm sorry. No talking about men.
Or kids, or work, or worries.
What worries?
There is one big decision to make.
What's that?
Who's buying?
Gee, but you know you haven't changed at all.
No, and I don't intend to either.
Am I right?
I'm looking for your grandma. Do you know where she is?
I don't know. She's a law unto herself.
Only I've phoned her 4 times today and there's no reply.
Oh, you're keen, aren't you?
Well, I don't want her to think I'm neglecting her.
I'll tell her to get in touch if I see her.
You didn't take too much notice of that idea of a double wedding, did you?
Do you know what? I don't think that question will arise.
It's just that I'm not in a position to make exact plans at the moment.
Neither am I. What would you do if you knew something about somebody, right? That they didn't know you knew?
You know something?
Yeah.
Well, everybody can make a mistake.
Yeah, you're right. You've got to forgive and forget, haven't you?
Yeah, you certainly have.
It's no good living in the past all the time.
No use at all.
You're right. I'll tell her.
Tell who? What?
Diana. About her mother.
Is that all?
I'm not sure how she'll take it, though. About her mother running off, I mean.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, you're right. I've got to tell her. But I only hope it doesn't come as too much of a shock, though, you know?
Have you seen that cassette of Meadowcroft Park?
No. Did you label it?
No, you don't need to label it. It's on that cassette of the Kendall Christmas show.
You what?
Well, you know you've seen it, so you don't want to keep it. So long as you remember what you put on top of it, there's no need to label it.
Dee Dee, what are you rambling on about?
What do you mean? Oh, Ron, you put the football on top.
Well, like you said, if it was only the Christmas show, then you've already seen it, haven't you?
Oh, hiya.
Hiya. Oh, we've had a great time.
But you won't need to clear any space on the mantelpiece for Jackie's bowling trophies.
Are you?
What's wrong with your eyes?
How's eyeshadow?
Mine.
Do you reckon they learn that line at school for us to be a dad?
Yeah. Looks better on our Jackie, anyway.
Haven't you caused enough trouble for one night?
Hey, Mum, was it all right if Keith stays for the coffee?
Yeah?
Tea for me.
Don't you ever give up?
Come on, then.
She's growing up, isn't she?
Happens to us all.
Yeah, but sooner than you expect.
Ron, you best be accepting him, or you'll make Jackie more determined.
Dee, for the 100th time, love, I just don't want to see her get hurt.
Well, so far, so good. They've had a nice time. He hasn't crashed the car. No one threw rotten eggs at them. And he even got them home early.
What about you?
I think I've had enough, thanks.
You're not driving, are you?
Yeah. I think I'll leave that to Terry.
It's what he's good at.
What am I good at?
You're good at your job.
I know. But what's the use of that if it's not what Terry wants?
Yeah, but it's what you want.
It's a second chance, isn't it? I want to see how far I can go.
Of course you do.
Didn't get the chance before to prove what I could do. Didn't have the confidence. I think a lot of me there. They really encouraged me.
And Terry doesn't.
Can't blame him for that. It's my own fault he doesn't trust me.
Nobody's perfect.
If only I could go back. But I can't, can I? If only I hadn't met Martin. If only I hadn't... Just that once. It's not fair, is it? You make one mistake and it ruins you for the rest of your life.
Stop that.
Don't think I don't know what I've done to Terry. Don't think I'm not sorry.
want to have another baby, but just not yet. Not when I'm getting a chance at my career. You don't have to blame me, because I blame myself.
I don't blame you.
Terry does. Terry does. One mistake. Have I got to pay for it forever? Can I never be forgiven?
I forgive you.
It's me can't forgive me. Terry's right. I'm never ever going to be good enough.
Don't say that.
No wonder he can't forgive me. No wonder he hates me. I can't get it right, can I? I can't be what he wants me to be.
I don't hate you. I can't now.
How are we going to make it work? What are we going to do?
I told you. I'll help you. You're feeling the same, aren't you?
No.
Everything will be all right.
We can't do this.
We are.
Couples decide whether they're meant for each other by trying out another mate in Change of Heart, next on Living.
Don't grow up, Danny. But you will. And you make mistakes just like your mum. No, not like your mum, your own mistakes. If only I could turn the clock back again. You're the only person I can talk to, Danny. Because you haven't got a clue what it's all about, have you? All I ever wanted was a happy family. An uncomplicated life, but there's no such thing. That's why you're here in the first place. All I ever wanted was to meet the right man, get married. And I did. And then I messed it all up again.
Never known you so quiet.
Well, I'm not exactly Giles Brandeth at the best of times, am I?
Is he the weatherman?
No, he's that bloke who wears fancy sweaters and is good with words on things like countdown and that, you know.
And my dad's much as that. Drives him mad, but enjoys it. You are quiet then.
Yeah. Well, it's got something to do with your dad, actually.
My dad, what?
Well, don't panic. Don't worry about it. It's just that I've been to see him, right? Sort a few things out and to have a little chat with him, like, about you and me.
Tell me what happened, Rod.
Don't be worrying.
Something really serious, this, isn't it?
No. Well, yeah and no. I know why your dad hates the police so much.
Why?
Do you know why your mum left?
I can hardly remember. My dad told me when I was 5 or 6, I think, that she got fed up at home and just went off to enjoy herself. I used to ask her where she was for a long time, but then I realised it just used to make my dad angry and sad thinking about her, so I stopped.
She hurt him very deeply, and you're right. It makes him sad to think about her, even after all these years. It's fate, isn't it?
How do you mean?
She ran off with a copper.
We must have some right as sitting tenants. You know, when I think how I looked after that man, Harry Cross, I practically nursed him, you know. And now he puts our house up for sale behind our backs.
Mick, there's no point going on to me about it, is there?
Well, if I can't talk to you about our home, who can I talk to, Jose?
The landlord, Harry Cross, his son Kevin, the rent tribunal, the solicitor, anybody can do something about it. I'm on your side. I'm as helpless as you are.
Yeah, well, I've spoken to Harry Cross. He's as stubborn as ever. You know what he's like. You know what? He'll be sat there in St. Helens with nothing else to think about except raising money to go and see his mate Ralph in Las Vegas. Las Vegas, would you believe it? So we'll be out on the streets while he's playing on some one-armed bandit.
Try talking to his son Kevin again.
I've done that. Well, he's very embarrassed about it all. There's nothing he can do. He knows his Al fella better than anyone.
Right, we'll get legal advice.
Advice costs money.
And when you got someone living across the close who's in the business.
Who?
Who? Sue, that's Sue. She's a legal secretary, isn't she? And if she doesn't know someone, she finds somebody who does.
I don't know about that. I think they're having problems of their own. I'm not too sure about bothering her.
Don't be daft. Didn't she come over when Gemma was missing? She was very concerned, a great comfort. They're supposed to be our friends. I wouldn't think twice about asking them for help. So don't I know they can come over here if they need anything from us.
I don't know, you know.
You're too proud for your own good at times, you are. We could be out on the streets in a few weeks, you said so yourself, so we could do something about it. We'll go and see Sue together. She'll be only too glad to help. You'll see her.
My dad can't expect me not to marry her because of what my mum did, can he?
He's very bitter about it. I told him he shouldn't judge your policeman because of what one did all those years ago. But he seems to have built it up over the years, and it's going to take a lot to change his mind, you know.
Well, I just have to have it out with him. I'll tell him that I'm going to marry her no matter what he says, and if he doesn't see sense, well, I'll just move out.
Well, where would you live?
I don't know. But he has to realise I've got my own life to live and I want to be with you.
Well, listen, you could move in here with me if you want.
I couldn't. Could I?
Why not?
Do you mean till Tracy comes home?
No, not necessarily. Why not permanently?
Is this where we'd live once we're married?
I don't know. We've got a lot of things to decide, like, haven't we?
Yeah, like a date.
Well, what do you think?
I like it. Good. Only, I'm not sure what my dad will think, though, you know, when he gets back from Torquay.
Why not?
Well, he's a bit set in his ways, isn't he, Mum? I mean, I can just hear him now saying, those two chairs shouldn't be together. This is a three-piece suite, and you've got it looking like two settees facing each other.
Yeah, well, I like it. I mean, it's a change. It's modern.
And now I've said I like it. It's just that, well, I bet you he moves them back again, that's all. Well, that's if he notices, I mean.
There is that. Well, it's just Gina's got a furniture like this. I just wanted to see what it'd look like in here.
Has Gina got a nice house?
Yeah, I suppose so. It's not as big as this, though.
I'm glad you've got a mate.
What makes you say that?
Well, it's just that you seem a bit happier now that you're going out a bit more.
A bit more? What do you mean started to go out?
I suppose so, yeah.
Why don't you come with us next time?
Karaoke night?
Yeah, it was great. I can't remember having such a good laugh for ages. Come and see.
No, I don't think it's quite me, Mum. Why don't you take me dad when he comes out?
Yeah, mate.
So, how long have you known this Keith then?
No, a couple of months. When I started putting the band together. He's this Keith now, is he?
How do you mean?
Well, when he was painting the Moby, he was a great lad, a willing worker, an example to us all. Now he's this Keith, and how long have I known him?
I'm just asking a valid question. Things have changed a bit, haven't they? He's friendly with your sister now, as well as you. We're going out together on Friday.
Dad, he's sound.
I'm not saying he isn't. Just asking a few questions about his background, that's all. So, what do you know about him?
Well, his dad's got a garage, quite a big one. He's got 2 brothers and a sister. He's married to a fireman.
A white fella?
I don't know. Why'd you ask that?
Well, you never see a black fireman, do you?
Of course you do.
Well, I never have.
I have, on the telly, on that London's Burning.
Ah, but not in real life, you don't.
Mum, everything is all right between you and my dad, isn't it?
What do you think?
About you and my dad?
Yeah.
Well, you're just my mum and dad, aren't you?
What sort of an answer's that?
Oh, Mum, forget it. I'm sorry I asked.
Yeah, but you did ask, didn't you? So that must mean that you think there's something wrong.
Well, it's just that you seem a lot happier when he's away these days. A lot more relaxed when he's not around. Mum, I know I shouldn't say, but it's just the way I see it.
Yeah, well, people change, don't they? Things change, kids grow up.
And families start doing their own thing. I mean, Jeff in Torquay, Casey at Chivons.
She's only there for a couple of days.
Yeah, but it's there though, isn't it, Mum? A split. I mean, we'll probably never have a family holiday again, will we? And it's all my fault. I started the row by going to live with Tim.
Sammy, you don't go blaming yourself for anything. Now, do you think this will look nice here?
I don't think my dad will think it'll be nice anyway.
Why not? It's beautiful.
Yeah, but... Well, it's Japanese, isn't it? And you know my dad doesn't like anything Japanese. It's what they did to my granddad and that.
Oh, yeah, but that was years ago. He's got to come to terms with it sometime. But I must admit, I never gave that a thought. I saw it, I liked it, so I bought it.
Glad to see someone's working.
Well, somebody has to get the country back on its feet, doesn't it? What can I do you for?
You got any flowers, Ron?
Oh, cauliflower. Oh, I'll tell you what. Michael, next door to Mad Max's, will you, and pinch him a bouquet? Nah, we only stock them on special occasions, Baz. You know, like Easter and Mother's Day. That way I can charge what I like, and all them people who forgot to buy are made up and be rescuing them.
We do chocolates.
That's my boy.
I'll tell you what, give us a box of chocolates, then.
There you go. £4.
It says $3.20 on the box.
Ah, well, we're not officially up yet, are we?
But I'll tell you what I'll do with you. Take it off the first week's rent for the shop.
Tell you what, how about you give me $3.20 and owe me a favour?
Hey, Broncos won £100 in the prize draw, eh?
What are Bronco?
Yeah, PC Allen Lane of C Division, Merseyside Constabulary is this month's lucky winner. Look, Diana.
Oh, I think we could do with a win like that, Ros, because I think we'll be paying for the wedding ourselves.
Oh, he's not seriously getting married, are you?
Of course we are. Take no notice of him. You'll make a lovely couple. So when's the big day, then? December the 2nd. Oh, we said we'd look it up. It's a Monday.
How do you know?
Well, I've just got one of those brains, haven't I, that can work things like that out in an instant.
That's brilliant.
I know, yeah. Do you know something else? It's my birthday the day before, and that's a Sunday.
Yeah, that's more like it. Listen, do you mind if I make a constructive criticism about this coffee?
Go on.
It's terrible. I'm gonna have to show you how to make a proper cup one day.
Well, for that, you're going to have to discover the kitchen, and I don't think you know where that is, do you?
I do my share.
Yeah, well, there'll be somebody else to do her share soon.
Why have you heard from Tracy?
No, Diana's decided to move in.
Oh, Rod, you asked me. You make it sound as if I just decided and that was it.
So you mean you're sort of living together? Yeah, well, we're all living together, aren't we?
Yeah, but I mean, there's living together and living together, isn't it?
Well, I think that's our business, don't you? So when are you going to move in, then? Well, I don't know. I'll have to talk with my dad. I can't just disappear. What the hell do you think you're doing?
I've been knocking on the door for hours.
I know, I heard. And seeing as you already realised I was in the house, I thought you might have the sense to realise that I didn't want to talk to you, Barry.
It's a bit late for that now, isn't it?
I think it's called damage limitation. I just forgot what happened.
But you can you?
I can try. And the first thing to do is not to speak to you, Barry. Get out, please. Just get out.
Bought you a present, Sue.
Chocolates. What a nerve. Just go!
You can't mean that.
If you come near to me, I will scream this house down.
You can't be frightened of me.
Just go.
In fact, you're not frightened of me. You're frightened of yourself. You're frightened of the feelings you got for me. You're frightened that you're falling for me, aren't you?
Just who the hell do you think you are? You took advantage of the situation. It was a weak moment for me and Terry because we hadn't been getting on for a while. It was just a brainstorm and a moment, and I've regretted it ever since.
Now, don't call me innocent wife. The innocent wife who's needed a moment's comfort. And I was going to have a lifetime of regret. You wanted me just as much as I wanted you. Call it what you like. Mutual attraction or plain old-fashioned lust. It was all right. And we'll do it again. And maybe next time, in a nice bed somewhere, with clean white sheets, soft music, maybe even a little candlelight. You can try fooling everyone else, Sue, but you can't fool yourself. I'll be seeing you again.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's great. I think I'll go and put the kettle on.
OK, that's a good idea. Thanks, love. Hiya. I was expecting you to ring.
Well, I was going to stop at a service station, but the car was running great, so we just carried on. How are things?
Fine, and you?
Yeah, great.
How's Jeff?
Oh, he's having the time of his life. The boarding house is great, and the landlady just treats him like one of the family.
Well, is he eating well?
Like a horse. The club have worked out a diet for him, so he's eating all the right stuff. He's training every day, so he's dead fit, but they're making him clean loads of football boots, so that's keeping his feet firmly on the ground. But he's loving all of it, Chris.
Is he missing us at all?
I don't think he got the chance, to be honest with you. But he sends his love, and there's no need to worry about him.
Hiya, Dad. Good
Hi, look.
trip.
Oh, yeah? How are you?
Smashing.
Where's Katie?
Oh, she's over at Siobhan's. The family are taking them for days out every day this week. But she phones every night, though.
You're in the middle of hoovering?
No, why?
With the furniture being all over the place?
Well, I've rearranged the furniture, if that's what you mean. Is that a painting?
Yeah.
Well, where were you thinking of hanging that?
Over there. What's that?
Oh, it's nice, isn't it?
I'll go make the tea.
Looks like a Japanese temple or something.
It is a Japanese temple. The colours are lovely, aren't they?
A Japanese temple in my house?
A picture of a Japanese temple in our house.
I'm not having that. After what he did to me dad in the war. And what have you done with the furniture? You don't have two chairs together in a three-piece suite.
Why not?
Well, you just don't. Everyone knows that.
There is such a thing as pleasing yourself, you know, and choice and change. You don't have to do the same things your parents did. I like the furniture like this, and I like that print.
Well, I think it's an insult to my dad's memory. After what he did to him in the war. Come on, let's take it down, and let's get this furniture back to where it should be.
No.
No. You know how I feel about buying anything Japanese. And you expect me to sit in my chair in the wrong place with that thing looking down at me?
It's my house as well.
Dad, you haven't even been in long enough to sit down and you're falling out.
I don't like it, Chris. You know what he did to him in the war? He was barely 6 stone when he come back.
Frank, that was over 40 years ago. You weren't even born then. Did you see our Jeff play a game?
Yeah. I watched him in a couple of practice matches, love. And he's shaping up really well. I think he's going to make it. He was disappointed not to see you.
So each to his own, and that's what you're saying?
Exactly. And if everybody thought the same as we did, there'd be no wars, no problems with any boundaries, nothing like that.
So on, Grandad, what you're saying is everyone should stay in their own countries.
No, I'm not daft, you know. It's too late for that. What I am saying is they should stop all immigration now. Anybody who wants to go back should be given a few bob to help them on the way. And anybody that stays should be treated like the rest of us, but encouraged not to mix.
Dad, that's not you talking. That's what you've inherited from Grandad or Hitler.
Give over. Hitler was a lunatic.
It's true, though, isn't it? That's exactly what Grandad would say about foreigners or anybody who wasn't Orange Lodge. You must have had a change of view when you married a Catholic, though.
Ah, but that was your mother, though, wasn't it?
Looking good, Ron.
Yeah, all right, Mick. Hey, it's going to be for sale soon, you know. Get a few passengers in there, wouldn't you?
What, and feed them at the same time, eh?
So, where would you send them back to, then? Toxteth in Wales?
Look, I wouldn't send anybody back. Anyway, they're married to each other now, aren't they? So that's no problem. And don't be talking about them like that. They're our neighbours, you know.
Hang on a minute, Dad. We're not talking about white South Africans, Irish, Canadians here, only black.
Sounds terrible when you call them that. Blacks. Darkies.
Darkies?
Yeah. Well, they don't go saying even that to their faces, eh? Mick and Josie are just our neighbours like anybody else.
Dad, you are unbelievable.
You what?
I've never realised until now what an out-and-out racist you are.
You what?
This is 1991. We're living in a multicultural society, and you're talking like my granddad probably would have done with his dad back in the 30s.
Me? A racist?
Yeah, you. And all because of what's happened between Jackie and Keith.
Hey, look, I am not a racist. I've worked with them all my life, for God's sake. I've drank with them, been mates with them.
Yeah, but you've always thought you were vastly superior to them just because you were white.
Oh, no, I never. But that's just the way it is, isn't it?
Just the way it is?
Yeah.
Like never having seen a black fireman. Sorry, darky fireman. Hey, Mick, can I just ask you a question there, mate?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to just educate me dad, who must be about, what, 100 years out of date. What would you sooner be called, black or darky?
Why don't you just call me Mick?
Hey, Mick, no offence, mate. It's just that our Jacqueline's very friendly with this,
Darky?
Yeah, exactly. And we were just talking about him, that's all, you know.
Yeah, well, Ron, you know, if you want any advice now, you know where to come, don't you? About food, culture, all our little customs. And don't forget our natural sense of rhythm, eh?
Hey, funny you should mention that, mate, because this kid's a drummer in our Mike's band, isn't he?
Look, I'm sorry. You are?
Oh, and, you know, if you want any advice about boxing or anything, you could always ask Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and there's a few athletes out there, Colin Jackson, Linford Christie. And I think that some of the greatest musicians weren't absolutely pure white, you know. And correct me if I'm wrong, but weren't some of the greatest mathematicians and philosophers darkies?
Go away.
Oh, yeah, Ron. You know what? I wouldn't mind betting that even Jesus himself would be called a darky if he was here today.
Come on, Mick.
So don't forget, Ron, if you want any advice, you know where to come.
Cheers, Mick. Thanks a lot, mate. See, nice fella, him.
Darkies.
You did very well.
Give me the NF loonies every time. At least you know the garbage they're gonna come up with. Now, that Ron's the worst type of racist. He doesn't realise he is one.
He's just not had any experience, that's all. Give him a generation or two.
I told you it wasn't a good idea to go and see Sue about the house, didn't I?
Didn't think she'd be in such a bad mood. Something must have happened for her to be so sharp with us. I don't believe it. It's your Alice.
I can still recognise my own brother, even after 3 years, no contact whatsoever.
Oh, I just thought it was far too long since I've seen my favourite sister-in-law.
What a smoothie.
And my brother, of course. How are you, Mick?
All right. You?
Great. I'm tired. I've been on the road for almost 24 hours.
Where'd you come from?
Germany.
What are you looking at?
Well, I'm just waiting for trouble to come round that bend, because it's sure to be following this one.
No, I bring you no trouble, big man. Honestly.
Come in and have a drink. You must be shattered.
Plenty of catching up to do, eh?
When he's well rested.
But it's great to be back amongst the family. You had some trouble finding me. Are you on the move again?
Who knows?
It's a long story, bro. But it's nothing compared to yours, though.
Hey, less of the accusations. It's just a social visit.
Couples decide whether they're meant for each other by trying out another mate in Change of Heart, next on Living.
Rod,
Yeah?
your dinner's ready.
Right, thanks. Oh, this looks good.
Oh, I hope you enjoy it. Do you want your drink now or later?
Yeah, cup of tea now, if you don't mind.
That's all right.
Oh, God, it smells delicious.
Oh, what are you doing?
Is this not for me?
It's mine.
Sorry, I just assumed as me and Rod were on our way to work.
It's all right. No harm done.
It's just that we tend to cook for everybody usually, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know. It's just that now that I've moved in, I thought that I could cook for just me and Rod.
It's all right. I'll just fry some bacon and a couple of eggs. Oh, yeah, it's lovely, this.
There we go. It's good to see all those years as a chef haven't been wasted.
He still comes in handy for some things. You cook when you're in the nappy?
No. I was in charge of dry goods.
What's dry goods?
Cigarettes, mainly.
You must have made a packet.
Oh, I was making a fortune up until Gorbachev allowing the wall to be pulled down. No, Berlin was a brilliant place to be. The black market was booming. It's all changed now.
Oh, poor Ellis, paying the price for the East German people's freedom.
No, you may mock, but I'm serious. Working in a nappy in Berlin was like having your own little gold mine, and it wasn't all one way either. A mate of mine was buying tanker loads of beer from the east to sell to the west. He's retired to Florida. He's only 27. A year younger than me and retired.
So who's chasing you now, then, eh? The army, the East Germans, the West Germans, the Russians even?
Nobody's chasing me, Mick, honestly. It's just that it's been 3 years since I was back in Blighty, and I started to feel the urge to come home. And where would I naturally head for but my family?
Who you haven't seen for over 3 years.
Don't be such a misery, because he's here now, and that's what matters.
I had some trouble finding you, though. Everyone's moved.
Yeah, well, you see, they knocked down the street, so we took that as a broad hint.
Do you see anything of Tony these days?
No, not for a long time. Marcy's coming round later.
Oh, great. It'd be nice to see her again. Oh, I bet she's been pining for me. It must have been a hard act to follow.
She's fine.
Well, apart from being homeless.
Yeah, that's true. She's got to find somewhere to live. But she's all right.
There seems to be a lot of that about.
Yeah, there is.
What are you going to do?
Fight back. We're sitting tenants. They're trying to sell it from under us.
I'm going to stay calm, talk to relevant people.
No kicking doors down and grabbing a fisherman by the throat, mate.
Those days are gone.
So how'd you organise the shopping then?
To have us closer to the shops, I suppose, innit? We did try and sort out a rota once, but,
How'd you share the cost?
we throw 50 quid in a week to the kitty, and that sorts out everything. The food, the mortgage, the lot.
You just seem to have a very casual way of organising things.
Works though, doesn't it?
Suppose so, yeah.
And Nikki, she pays 50 as well, does she?
Well, it was 40 when our Tracy was here, but now she's left.
Does that mean it's gone back down to 40 then?
Oh, I'll pay my share. Don't worry. But I think there should be some accountability regarding finances.
Accountability?
It's all very well putting the same amount of money in the kitty, but who eats more than the others should pay more for the food. I mean, you pay for the mortgage, but do you put money away for running repairs to the house? You each share the bills, but who uses more of what? I mean, I bet you two get a shower at work before you come home, and I bet your Nikki uses far more hot water than you two do.
Well, that may be so, Diana, but I mean, how could you possibly work all that out?
Don't worry, I'll work something out now that I've moved in.
I don't know why you brought that thing home.
This thing is going to be worth a few bob, you wait and see.
If it was worth something, why was it dumped on a skip?
Who knows? Why do people throw things away in the first place? One of them firms gets modernised, they buy one of them new word processors, and the typist gets the pleasure of dumping her own machine.
Well, like the firm's gone bust this day and age.
Maybe so. All I know is that this is going to be worth a lot of money eventually. Anyway, why are you so bothered about it?
Because whenever I want to have a serious conversation with you, you're always tinkering with something.
It doesn't make you go deaf, you know, dear. I can still listen.
I don't want you just to listen. I want us to talk, to have a discussion, Ron.
All right, then. Is this it? Have we started?
It's about Jackie and this lad.
What lad?
Keith.
Which one is that, then?
The coloured boy.
No. Can't say coloured D or darky. Black. You must say black. Our Michael's been educating me.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So what's the problem?
You?
Me? Me? All I want to do is get this repaired, weigh it in and make a few bob. How can I possibly be a problem?
Ron.
Yeah, all right, Dee. What do you want me to say? That I'm happy that she's going out with him because I'm not.
Why not? You're happy with him painting the Moby for you.
And he did a good job, but painting the Moby and calling our Jacqueline is two entirely different things.
Because he's black.
Dee, it's because he's a few years older than her. Because he's 18 and because she's 15. Because he drives a car and that means they've got somewhere to go to be in private, doesn't it? Or do I have to spell that out for you?
No, you don't. But you might have explained your reservations to our Jackie.
Well, OK, fair enough. I'll have a word with her about it. But while I'm at it, I'm going to lay down a few ground rules.
What sort of rules?
Well, she's 15, isn't she? So she starts acting accordingly. She gets in here at a decent time, knocks around with kids of her own age, and she only goes out at weekends.
Well, just be prepared to be flexible with her. I mean, look what happened over the road at the Rogers with Frank and Sammy.
Exactly. And who proved to be right in the end?
Well, if you mean, did Sammy end up with a broken heart and back at home? Well, you could say Frank was right then.
Thank you very much. I rest my case.
But not every situation is the same.
Hey, you brought the Rogers into this, you know.
All right. What I'm saying is, I just don't want you acting like some Victorian father. She's your daughter.
Yeah, and I only want what's best for her.
Ron, she's your daughter and she can be as stubborn as you are. Let's not start driving wedges between people.
All right, Dee. But I can't change my attitude overnight, love.
Never washed up individually before. I think you're just being childish.
No, I'm not.
Just because Diana's moving in, she's just making a few changes, eh? Is that why you're sulking?
I'm not sulking.
Then why won't you let me wash your plate, then?
Because I want to do it myself. Diana said we've got to be accountable for everything, even the washing up.
She never mentioned washing up, and you know it.
She mentioned a lot of other things, though, didn't she?
Yeah, she made a few good points.
Hey, listen, what do you think this briefing's going to be about?
Us going undercover again?
Don't know. Hope it's not a supermarket again, though.
Don't know. It's where I met Diana, wasn't it?
Yeah, it could be my turn this time, eh?
Oh, I was going to do that.
Ah, no problem. So I'm all sulking now.
No, I'm not. Yeah. Listen, I'll get my jacket. We'll have to be going to work soon.
Is something wrong?
No, he's just a bit touchy about his routine being altered, that's all.
Well, he can't be too touchy, can he? I mean, he is only a temporary lodger.
Temporary?
Well, we won't want him or Nicky living with us when we're married, will we?
No, suppose not. But I'd say she'd be moving back in now.
Oh, I know that. But it wouldn't surprise me if she got the travel bug by now. Don't worry about Tomo. We won't see anyone homeless.
Well, I can understand you being upset about having it repossessed. It's a nice little place.
There's not so much inside, though.
You've been living here? In this?
This is it. Well, I couldn't manage the mortgage, could I? I had great ideas for redecorating. Could have been a little palace. But I kept falling behind with the payments.
We taking all this?
Oh, no, it's not worth a light. I'm just leaving this lot here to annoy the repossession men. All I want to take away is the dressing table and a couple of suitcases.
Well, whatever you want to take. I can make as many trips as you like.
Oh, it's very good of you, but I think we should do it in one. Oh, I wouldn't mind to lift to Josie's after we drop the stuff off at yours.
No problem, yeah. I mean, if you can't help your own, who can you help?
Your own? I'm a woman.
No, I mean, I meant, you know, you're a working-class scouser.
Can I have that?
No, you can't. You won't sell it.
Oh, Dad.
What do you want it for, anyway?
Well, I could learn how to type and then do my own work on it.
They wouldn't allow you to do that, would they?
Oh, aye, yeah. They're allowed to do all sorts of things. They even allow us to sit next to black lads.
Not 18-year-old lads, they don't.
Oh, come on, Dad. I'm nearly 16.
You're 15, and 3 years difference at your age is a lot.
Well, all right. Suppose he was white.
Jackie, I don't care if he's candy striped with yellow polka dots. He's too old for you.
Yeah, but it's not as if we're getting engaged or anything. I just like going out with him, that's all.
Yeah, well, I don't. And until you're 18, you do what I tell you.
Oh, you really believe that, don't you?
Yes, I do. And I think you better start believing it as well.
Oh, look, I am a person as well, you know, Dad, and you just can't keep ordering me around like I'm a piece of your property.
Jackie, you're my daughter. And until you're an adult, it's my duty to make sure no harm comes to you.
Yeah, but what's the harm in going out with a lad who I like? I mean, I've never been late home and he treats me right.
I'm not saying he doesn't, love. He's a nice enough lad, but... Well, that's not the problem, is it?
No, because the problem is that he's black. I mean, why don't you just admit to it? I mean, it isn't his age or because he drives. It's because he's black, isn't it?
Yeah, all right, Jack. It's because he's black.
Do you realise how stupid that is?
Yeah, well, I can't help the way I feel, love. And at least I'm trying to be honest.
Well, look, I just wish you knew how ashamed I am to hear you admit that.
Suddenly rise when I mentioned Tony?
Did it?
Oh, not you and Tony.
It's well in the past now.
What happened?
I went away with him for a short while. Me and Mick were having some problems. And Tony just happened to be there at the wrong time.
How did our Mick take to that?
You know he would have reacted. Hit the roof and everything else. But everything's all right now. He's mellowed. And I've realised what my priorities are.
Oh.
So don't go stirring it.
Me? Of course not.
I mean it, Alice. We're happier now than we've ever been. Once we get this house sale sorted out, we shouldn't have any major problems.
Josie's just been telling me all about it.
All about what?
Well, you're being a successful businessman. A rich taxi driver.
That's about as rare as hen's teeth are out there. It's just too many of us.
But he's going into the private hire business.
Well, I'm thinking about it. I'm just a bit concerned about my future partner, that's all.
Bloke across the road?
There's something gone on between them recently, Sue and Terry. She wasn't herself yesterday when we talked to her about this place.
I mean, he's a great guy and we get on very well. It's just that, Well, he keeps wanting to change his shifts depending on the state of his marriage. And that's not a good foundation for running a business.
Have you had a personality transplant while I've been away?
What makes you say that?
Oh, where's all this common sense come from? This laid-back, cool look-at-the-world attitude.
Now, leave him alone. It's called maturity.
Now, you listen here. I had to grow up fast looking after you, little brother. So if you saw me fly off the handle, then 9 times out of 10 it was because of something you'd done.
That's more like it. That's a flash of the old Michael Johnson we all know and love.
Now, don't you go winding him up.
Hey, don't worry, I can handle him. I've had enough practice.
Behave yourselves while I'm gone.
You want to stick with her?
I intend to, bro.
Nice to you.
Hey,
I don't believe it. Where have you turned up from?
Germany. Oh, you're even more gorgeous than I remember.
And you've got even more bull, I wouldn't say, in decent company. So how long are you here for?
Oh, long enough to resume old relationships.
Oh, you haven't changed a bit, have you?
I'll see you then.
Oh, sorry, Sinbad.
Sinbad?
Our window cleaner and a friend.
He's been doing me proud to help me move out of my repossessed home.
Yeah? I hear you're homeless.
She's moving in here temporarily till she gets things sorted.
Well, that would be nice and cosy for us all.
Don't even dream about it, Ellis Johnson.
I'll be off then.
Oh, look, thanks again for your help. I don't know what I would have done without you.
It's all right. It was a pleasure.
Thanks again, Sinbad.
Sinbad, what a name.
Look, you don't owe me anything.
Got all that time and petrol.
Yeah, well, like I said, if you can't help your own, it was a favour.
Thanks again.
Yeah, right. See ya.
See ya.
See ya.
Sinbad. What's his real name?
I don't know. I don't think anybody knows.
Wasn't that good of him, though, eh?
He's all right, isn't he?
So what were you up to in Germany? No good, I bet.
Why do people always assume the worst of me?
Because we know you.
Dad? Oh, it's really nice to see you.
I was bothered about you. Everything all right?
Everything's great. I'm really glad you've called round.
Yes, well, it's a question of having to, isn't it? Now that you've left home for good.
Well, I didn't want to leave. It's just that I wanted to show you how serious I am about Rod. We're definitely getting married in December, probably the 2nd.
Oh, the 2nd, is it? I suppose I'm the last to know.
Well, you knew it was December, and we've only just decided on the 2nd. Do you want a cup of tea?
No, thank you. I've just had one at your Auntie Winnie's. She's worried to death about you as well.
Well, why should anybody want to be worried about me for? I'm a big girl now. I'm living with my fiancé in my own room, and everything would be great if you just change your attitude. Rod told me about Mum running off with the policeman.
Oh, did he know?
Surely you didn't think he wouldn't. Why didn't you tell me, eh?
It's too painful. I can never forgive her, or him, for what they did to us. Particularly to you.
It's not as if I lacked for anything. I mean, you were all the best dad in the world. I meant to when he was more than a mother to me.
And still you can do this to me.
Oh, we can't decide who we fall in love with, you know.
Nobody should fall for a copper.
Well, actually, he was working in a supermarket at the time, and I didn't know he was a policeman.
See, you can't trust him.
But there's good and bad in all jobs, you know that. And once you get to know Rod, you'll realise how nice he is.
I don't want to get to know him.
I'm going to marry him. How are you managing at home?
I'm lonely. I miss you.
Dad, think what it'll be like if you can't come to see us once we're married. Think about not being able to see your grandchildren. Think about changing your mind. And stop being so stubborn.
I think I'll have that cup of tea.
Ron's so stubborn at times.
You know, try seeing his point of view. I mean, obviously you should never sympathise with racism, but if you can see where he's coming from, then perhaps that makes it easier to persuade him to change.
Would you have a word?
Me? Now, why would he listen to me? Why would he change the habit of a lifetime?
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah, I'll definitely see you on Friday. Yeah, ta-ra.
Who's your friend these days?
Who's that?
Margaret.
She's on holiday.
How do you know that?
Well, she told me. It's allowed, you know. People talking to people. Even priests to young women.
I think under different circumstances, you could be quite fond of her.
Now, sister, don't descend into tittle-tattle. I can still be fond of her under the circumstances we have at the moment.
But,
But?
you know, there's a certain limitation to friendship that comes along with your job.
There's a little devil on your shoulder, Dee Dee. I'm trained to spot these things. If you continue to tempt me out of the flock, I'll start working on your return. Is there any news of the other flock?
Oh, Ron's hens. No, we haven't got a clue where they went to. Must have been a fox or something.
Well, I understand there was a fox in the Coronation Street, so why not the rural delights of Brookside Close? How are things at the moment between Jackie and Ron?
Oh, cool, to say the least.
Hiya, good day.
So.
I've done your favourite.
What's this?
Oh, just something I was flicking through. Some lovely houses in there. Be great to have some extra space. Could certainly do with it.
You only need extra space if you're having another baby. You're not interested.
Well, I thought maybe we could talk about that.
What point is there? You'd probably change your mind anyway.
Well, I just thought we could talk about things, you know, make up for last week.
Don't bother. I can't figure you out. What are you up to?
Up to nothing?
Well, stop acting as if you are. I'm going out.
What about your tea?
I'm not hungry.
So, who else is living here, then?
Tomo, Nicky, Rod and me.
And you've got your own room?
Well, there's 3 bedrooms upstairs and there's one in the garage. Don't worry, it's a proper conversion. That's where Tomo sleeps.
So, you're upstairs with Rod and... what's her name?
Nicky. It's all very decent. It's just like staying in a hotel.
What about the sister?
Well, she's a hairdresser. She's working on a cruiser in the Caribbean. She's having a great time.
Which is her room? I mean, 5 people, 4 rooms.
Well, by the time she gets back, we'll be practically married. Just say you'll come to the wedding, Dad, please.
I can't.
Why not?
You know why not? It'd break my heart again. All the men in the world, and you had to fall for a copper.
No, I fell for Rod Corkill, Dad.
Who's a copper?
He might not always be. I'll give him a chance, please.
Yeah. Hey, Diana, don't this chap's not being used in any hot water now. This is Diana's dad. Pleased to meet you.
He's Tomo.
I do, lad. What do you do for a living, then?
I'm one of the reasons you can sleep safely at night in bed. I'm a copper as well.
How are you? You seem to be surrounded by them. You let me down badly, Diana. Put in a copper before your own father. Don't bother to see me out.
So, what's the story?
Anything?
Oh, this new look, this new image, the new accent. What's going on?
I've picked up all sorts on my travels.
I bet you have. You're my kid brother. I've known you all your life, and there's always been a story. Is it money? I haven't got much spare cash at the moment, and I take it you don't own a car. How much?
I borrowed a ton last time, didn't I? I bet you thought I'd forgotten.
I can't manage 100 this time, but I can let you borrow 50.
And we should call it an extra 50 for interest. Thanks for the loan, Mick. And by the way, the car is mine and paid for. Now, you're not trying to pay your little brother to go away, are you?
One thing. I've not gone completely soft, Ellis. I've not forgiven you for introducing Josie to Tony in the first place.
Oh, no, I didn't mean anything by that. I didn't even know.
All right. But you've been warned. And while you're here, you don't cause any trouble whatsoever, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I hear what you're saying, big brother.
Couples decide whether they're meant for each other by trying out another mate in Change of Heart, next on Living.